told her I never want her anyway. You such a loser, I got people on the way. I be watching Community Splash, it's a Saturday, okay. What she want, hey? What she want, what she want, what she want, what she want.
This is season 2, you know we had to start it off with danganronpa 2. Hey, because you know, season 1 had the gameplay of that, so season 2 is about to have the gameplay of that game. Hey. Starting in 3, 2, 1. Alright, it's starting now. So what's up? It's been a while. The community pool is back. Season 2, bigger, better, and wetter. You know we're back. Yeah, season 2. The last time we posted the community pool was season 1, episode 10, and that was back on June 12th. We're back again. It's October now. It's been a while. It's been a lot of months. I know. I wanted to do more. I actually wanted to do videos in person, but we'll do that sometime in the future. As of right now, we ain't doing that right now. But community pool is back. Also, I have a special guest who's been here. He hasn't been here since The Last of Us Part 2 podcast, but here goes my boy +4. Introduce yourself.
It is I +4, the one and only Ivy Verde.
Hello. Yes. Yeah.
No lifeguard on duty.
Yes. Hey, we're back. It's been an interesting, like 5 months? When was it? July, man. August, September. Yeah, about 3 months. 3 months.
Long time.
Yeah, it's been way too damn long. This should have been happened. Funny thing is, like, I think I promised back in that last video I was coming back in August. I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna come back in August. It's already October now.
This is crazy.
So we have a lot of stuff to get into.
Yeah, yes we do.
Yeah. Okay, I'll start off the next topic, and then you can shootball some topics to us or whatever you can talk about.
For sure, man.
So an interesting thing happened to me. So in all of season 1 how I was talking shit about a certain thing. Guess what?
My gosh.
Guess what? Guess what? Guess what? I actually got a PS5. I finally got one. Yeah, after all the shit talking I did in season 1, talking about, oh, this shit is not worth it, I don't need it. Oh, I got one now, and I'm happy with it. That shit is so sexy. I love everything about it. It's so fucking sexy. Yes. Hey, crazy thing is, I got it cheaper than retail, because I got it at a place called Dish Traders, because like they sell shit there, and they happen to have one there. And I was like, oh shit. It was a funny story, because I just happened to be on Facebook. I got up in the morning. For some reason I got on Facebook, and then I was scrolling down. The next thing you know, they said they had a PS5 there. I'm like, what the fuck? It said like 30 minutes ago. I read a comment. It said 7 minutes ago. Then I called my brother. He wasn't answering. So then I ended up calling them, and they said they still have it. I hopped in the car, went, and got that bitch. So hey, I got a PS5 now. The only game I technically have that's a PS5 game, but it's weird because just they give it to you for free, is Final Fantasy VII Remake, because I already had it on the PS4, but when you put it on the PS5, they upgrade it to the PS5 version. I did have to pay for the DLC, which was $20, but hey, it's okay though.
Yeah.
You should have gave me the DLC for free.
Exactly.
Yeah, so this might be a little different one. I mean, we're gonna talk about some anime somewhere in here, because I mean, I am an anime channel. We'll get the anime somewhere in there, but we're gonna we got a lot. Okay. We got a lot of different stuff we'll just talk about, but okay, what's the topic you want to talk about, man? Even though you gotta send me the damn list of topics.
You never said here. I'll send you the list right now.
All right, we can see you talking about. Then we'll go back and forth. You know, community pool, we do this shit live. You know, we ain't not really live, but you know.
Yes, all right. I didn't write it down because we're saving trees on here, community pool.
Oh, okay. Look at you saving trees. Yeah, we need oxygen to breathe. We're sponsored by Tesla. Tesla's saving the world. I'm just playing.
Shut your ass. Anyway, we'll go ahead and start with some anime, man. Go ahead.
I mean,
what's new, man? What's new in the world, man?
So I guess for anime, for me, is one thing that you guys probably saw last week, which was on last Saturday's in my unboxing video. I've been fucking with Ranma 1.5 because like I got the complete series, got that bitch from a thrift store besides two seasons that I had to buy off Amazon because them bitches were on Blu-ray. Just know Ranma is pretty dope. I've been fucking with it. I got a video sometime in the future coming out about it, because I got to talk about how it's really crazy how you gonna have the same character but can turn into a girl, but the girl has more personality than the boy one. Yeah, I'm gonna get into that in a video. Also, I have a Dragon Ball Z video I'm gonna get into that it's probably like it might be dropping. So it probably, I don't know, it might drop before this or it might drop after it, because like I want to talk about why the Boo saga is the best saga, and I want to get into that shit because I got a lot I want to get into. Also, if you guys have not checked out, I do make anime TikToks, even though I have some TikToks in my phone that I haven't put out because I've been lazy or even edit that shit. It's like Also, I'm very excited for the fall season. It's going to be very litty. There's a lot of good anime, even though there's a lot of like misinformation people are spreading like all over. Like that shit's getting irritating. Another thing is I am making a video about Classroom Elite because I'm tired of seeing these damn videos on YouTube saying Classroom Elite Season 2 release date when. People need to stop doing that shit because Season 2 ain't never fucking coming out. Y'all need to like realize that. I'm making a video that I can literally, I'm going to make a rant video about that shit because I got to. I'm tired of that shit. I'm tired of seeing that shit on YouTube. But besides that, of course, the same usual shit I've been watching. I did just finish Hiragashi. Episode 14 came out. I just want to say fuck Sadako. All my niggas hate Sadako. If I ever see her in the fucking hood, I'm shooting her. Fuck that bitch. I've never hated it. I've never hated an anime character as much as I've hated this bitch. I should make a TikTok about this, bro, cuz like the original is so much better. This new one, Hiragashi, they made was kind of pointless in my opinion, because this is all this did was just make you hate Sadako. She's basically, if you play Last of Us Part 2, she's basically the Abby. She's basically like Abby. That's how Sadako is in this shit.
Abby was cold, bro.
No, the fuck she wasn't. Play that shit again.
Here we go.
Look at the story. I'm not getting into that bullshit right now.
Here we go.
Oh yeah, speaking of shit, isn't it? No, a Nintendo Direct I think is that at 9 or 6 o'clock. Never mind. That's sometime today. I forgot when. But yeah. I've been all over with anime. There's been a lot of stuff I've been fucking with this season. I think that, what was that shit, like the one about the bitch with the aquarium? That shit's been fire. The Kota shit, I forgot exactly. I can't remember. Just know the summer season actually has some bangers. I'm probably gonna make a series about, or an episode or whatever. Nigga, what the fuck am I talking about? I mean a video, shit. I'm gonna make a video about some shit probably. But besides that, I did watch, what is that shit called? Porco Rosso. Did just watch that yesterday. Finally watched that for the first time because that shit came out on Blu-ray. Besides that, I just been knocking out hella anime. There's been a lot of interesting anime I've watched. I haven't watched Ecchi. I think I bought an Ecchi. I don't know. I did see, yeah, I mean, technically Rama could because they show titties in that shit. You know, anime titties. Hey.
Ooh, you know, I like titties.
Hey, we know you do. There's a lot of anime like that. There's a lot of anime like that.
Shout out to all the women. You know, we're not here to just, you know.
Yeah.
Talk shit.
Yeah. Hey, also I did finish Flying Witch. I finally read all that. That shit was fire. Let's see, any other manga? Yeah. There's a lot of manga I want to pick up right now, but I ain't trying to because I'm not trying to do nothing. And oh yeah, I'll address this topic. So I know on the channel sometimes whenever like I put an unboxing video and I spend a lot of money, there's always somebody in there that's like, oh, what do you do for a living? All this. It's like, it's very interesting. Y'all always say that, and then there's somebody that always thinks like, it's like, oh, he's doing something illegal. That don't mean that I'm doing something illegal. Hey, bro, we're in a pandemic, but in the words of Quavo, I turned that shit into a bandemic. So
shut the fuck up.
I'm just saying.
Just take a guess, baby. I'm not saying that. Go ahead, man.
Yeah, just know. I'm just saying. Y'all be asking. Y'all don't need to know exactly what I do. I mean. Right now I'm just chilling. I just got money. I've always had money. I'm just chilling for right now. I'll just know I'm unemployed right now. If y'all know, y'all know. But I'm chilling right now. Probably after this semester I start working again because I'm taking 4 classes and I got hella writing in all of them and that shit is very annoying. But besides that, just know I'd be making money just like that. Just know I did just spend $400 to buy 2 different anime figures because they dropped a Hayazaka.
Damn.
Yeah. Just the only thing is they're pre-orders, so that shit don't get like charged to my account until the item gets shipped, and it's not until next year. So by that time next year, I'll have that 400 back anyway. So it's not gonna matter. But yeah, they finally put out my baby Hayazaka as a figure. I've been waiting for this shit forever, and they finally dropped it. I can't wait till they finally drop a Nindroid of her. Oh yeah, when they drop a Nindroid of her, I'm hard. I'm hard when they drop a Nindroid of her. But yeah.
Sorry.
I'm gonna be on swole when they drop a Nindroid of her.
So you hard, huh?
Yeah, hey, when they drop
hard?
Nigga.
You hard, huh? Yeah. I'm so hard. Yeah. That's a cool song about Rihanna.
Yeah, hey, I saw something today talking about Rihanna dropping her next album's gonna be something crazy or something. Everybody was like, oh, because A$AP Rocky's gonna be on it.
That's funny.
But shit, anything else for anime? Not right now at this moment I can think of the top of my head, even though a lot of shit has happened like through the anime since then. Oh, I got some little things I could talk about. Oh yeah, the Netflix thing. I did make a video about that. I honestly do think that Netflix is going to start showing weekly anime after the fall anime with Komi and Blue Period and JoJo Part 6. Like, I think depending on how those do, I think Netflix is going to turn into weekly, especially because Funimation and Crunchyroll, whenever they combine, because Sony owns them, even though that shit is a monopoly, but I mean, they're probably doing the same shit Disney does to get out of being a monopoly, because I mean, technically Disney should be a monopoly, but the US doesn't really know how streaming services really work, because I mean, Disney has Disney Plus, Hulu, and ESPN, and those are 3 streaming services. So I think the US right now doesn't understand what streaming services are, so that's how they get away with them. That's basically how Sony got away with having the 2 biggest anime producers, I guess, I mean streaming services in the world on the same thing. But hey, that's gonna be interesting. I mean, there are some people. I've had like a weird ass comment where somebody was like, "I haven't had no problem with my Funimation. It's probably your phone or your PlayStation or your system." And I was like, "Nigga, what the fuck you talking about?" When literally so many people have had problems, and if you look on the internet anywhere, people will tell you that Funimation has problems. The reason why is because they won't update their interface. Them and Crunchyroll. Like, if they were literally like Netflix and literally told you like matches and other shit. Oh, do I feel a fucking echo?
No.
You sure?
I don't hear anything.
Okay, that shit was there. I swear it was. It was when it disappeared. Okay, but yeah.
Stop fucking yelling.
Okay. But yeah. If they just updated their interface and made it like Netflix, where like Netflix has the 99% match, all that shit would actually work out. Or if they like made it that like your watch list is just right there, profile shit. There's a lot that Funimation and Crunchyroll could do to make shit better, but sadly they won't because it's them.
Yeah.
And that shit is ass. But besides that. We'll just finish anime right now. I ain't got much. I should have came here more prepared with anime, but it don't really matter. I don't think there's really much.
Fuck anime,
nigga. Fuck you.
Forever. It's like no.
All right, man. We'll get into the next topic. I'll let you introduce this topic. Here you go. You can go.
You know what? Let's get to the music. You know, let's go to the music. You know, there's been a lot of music coming out since the last time we did some podcast, man.
Okay. Hey.
So what's some albums that stand out to you since since June? I'ma say, you know, there's a whole, you know, we'll get into it. You know, are you Donda or CLB, man? We'll get into that right now.
Oh, Donda or CLB? Interesting.
I know, you know what? You ain't listened to Donda yet, have you? So I can't.
I only listened to like a few songs, and all I heard was, "Hi, don't text me with a Y, text me with 5 eyes." That's all I heard.
Oh my god.
Or I heard him trying to sound like Cardi on a song that everybody was talking about was amazing, but he was sounding, for some reason he was sounding like that Playboy Cardi that was on that 19 whatever on that Drake shit.
Bro, this is my thing, bro. First of all, I think we gotta stop tapping in to just like Twitter and just other social medias about what you have to say, what good music is, man. If you like what you like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So why can't we just like both artists at the same time, bro? It's like when they dropped, there was this big war. I'm like, bro, like, why are we beefing, bro? Music is supposed to bring people together, man. But but I ain't gonna lie though. Donda is, in my opinion, Donda is a good album. People not gonna say that, but it's a good album. It's a good. Oh, here we go.
It's funny. I haven't really paid attention to that shit. Okay, we'll get off Donda. We'll move on. So yeah.
He said
anyway. We'll come back to Donda in a little bit. We'll address some of the albums that came out before the podcast, or I didn't talk about it. Like, I know the off-season J. Cole came out, Culture 3 came out, Slime Language 2 came out. I don't care about Roddy Wave. I don't care about Pooh, whatever his name. I forgot what his name is. Yeah, I don't care about him. Pooh, well, there had to be somebody else. Maybe, yeah. I mean, this year has been hella dry when it comes to music. So
you forgot about the GOAT.
Who?
We All Fly.
I mean, that's in August. I mean, Jaden Smith. We'll get into that too. I'm just trying to get rid of some of these albums. We're like whatever. Cause I'm looking shit up. Nas dropped. I didn't listen to that shit. Oh yeah, Vince Staples dropped. He did. Oh,
bro, that Eminem feature on that Nas album is cold.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Vince Staples did drop. Oh yeah, Isaiah Rashad. He dropped a good album.
I heard that was pretty good, but I don't really listen to his music.
Yeah, I mean, oh yeah, how did I forget this? Fucking Tyler the Creator dropped. He dropped a
Hey,
fucking.
I ain't gonna lie. When did this drop? Oh, that dropped in March. Never mind. That don't count.
What did? Tyler the Creator
I was
drop?
gonna say,
Oh,
no, that Justin Bieber, bro.
oh yeah, that shit old. I'm about to say Tyler the
Bro,
Creator.
that shit, bro. That Justin Bieber Justice. That shit is the hardest shit I ever heard, man.
Oh, okay, somebody a Justin Bieber fanboy. But yeah, Tyler the Creator dropped. He actually did drop a good ass album. It was like basically he brought it back to mixtape days. That's what everybody said. That was like what that did.
Oh yeah, that did drop. Oh, that did drop in June.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, man, that was a good album. I hope he wins the Grammy off that.
He might. It depends. He should.
Yeah, I mean he did for Igor. He might with this one.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Kid Cudi dropped. I know you and Isaac were losing your shit over that. But did that drop earlier in the year?
Wait, what?
Kid
That
Cudi.
Kid Cudi album, bro. You talking about an album? That nigga did not drop no album.
What? When did he not? You're saying he didn't drop? I swear he dropped that Man on the Moon 3 or something like that.
That came out in December.
That did? What the
Yes.
fuck? So why the fuck is this thing I'm showing? Jack Harlow dropped his album. This is literally showing all this shit from let me see. Let's see.
Bro, I'm looking at it. This is December 11th, 2020.
You sure?
But here, in my opinion, if you are a Kid Cudi fan, and a lot of people are not Kid Cudi fans, and that's okay. But this is the best Kid Cudi ever, in my opinion.
Man,
But
hiphop.com
a
was
lot of
capping
people-
then.
a lot of people are like, "Oh, Kid Cudi fell off, yada yada yada." That's okay. Sure, I don't care what you say about that. But Man on the Moon 3 is phenomenal. Like it's just great. Maybe it's because Take a Day Trip. Shout out Take a Day Trip if they ever know who I am. Take a Day Trip is phenomenal, man. I would love to work with them personally one day. But they are great producers. It's just a good tape, man. It has everything. You can rage to it. You can cry to it. You can drive to it. Go ahead, though.
Oh yeah, J. Cole did drop a new song today with Jordan Lucas. I didn't listen to it yet.
That's not coming out till tonight.
He said out now.
What?
He said out now.
Bro, no.
Literally on his
that's a
Instagram, it literally says out now.
That's a lot. That's a lie, bro.
Alright.
It's supposed to come out tonight.
But he just says out now. Whatever. That shit don't matter. But what was I gonna say?
He said that shit don't matter. Yeah, that do matter. It's J. Cole.
It don't matter right now. Listen, I'm saying it don't matter if it's out or not right now. So interesting thing is but bullying is never good. But if you bully, you should always try and bully celebrities or your artists, because sometimes they be on bullshit. And a good example of that is an artist named Westside Boogie, who's signed by Eminem. We had to bully this nigga to finally release a song. He's releasing Float tonight, which is a hard ass song that he literally is the king of fucking snippets and freestyles, because that's all he fucking does and doesn't put shit else out, and that shit gets annoying. That's why niggas are always in his DM like, nigga, like literally on his birthday, niggas are like, fuck your birthday, put a song out, nigga. They're like, drop the album. Like, he does that shit a lot. But he's finally dropping a song that's about goddamn time. So that's a good thing that's happening. Smino dropped one song this year. It was like Rice and Gravy. It was okay. Anything else? I guess we're getting to Jaden. So Jaden, after a year later, he drops the deluxe to what was the album called? Cozy Tape 3, but it's the Trippy edition. He dropped the deluxe.
Cool Tape Volume 3.
Oh yeah, Cool Tape. Okay.
Trippers edition.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Shout out Carly, I love you. Anyway, go ahead.
She not watching this, but
She will.
But yeah, he dropped it and it was pretty good. I mean, I do like his Endless Summer when we got the remix has Joey Badass, and then of course it has him with two different verses on it. It was pretty hard. I like that shit. There's a lot of songs I really like with it. What It Is low key hard. I fuck with that. Let's see. Wait, you don't like that one?
I'll get into my opinion when you're finished.
That's crazy. That song is hard, bro. That's crazy.
I will get into my opinion when you're
Of course,
finished.
the one Cabin Fever that literally like got released last year as a video. That one I fuck with. Still in Love. We Were 15. Bye. Our Sucker Dog Love Story's decent. Santa Barbara's decent. And then the Birth of Sire Trippy Day edition. I think that one's okay. And then what's this like? And then What It Is, Rainbow Bop. what is this, like Canyon or something like that, Lower Canyon or whatever. And
Yep.
I forgot what this one is. It's whatever that freestyle is. That one's okay. I enjoyed the album a little bit. I mean, when I first heard it, it took my man's over here who's a +4, who's a Jaden Smith fan. It took him a few days to listen to it, and I mean, I listened to it as soon as it dropped. It took you a few days.
This came out. This is August 27th. This came out during like when I was doing like volunteering for Fall Welcome.
Yeah.
I remember because it came out, but we was just so busy. So I was like, "Oh, bro, I'll get to it next week." So it did take me a couple days. Personally, this was in my personal opinion, I don't think this should have came out a whole year later.
Yeah.
I think it should have came out sooner, but he probably, I don't know why, like maybe he doing something, I don't know. Shout out Jaden, love you much, man, but I don't know why he waited a year. I think it should have came out like a couple months later, just because I feel like he missed like there was a rollout to it, but there wasn't at the same time.
Yeah.
Like there wasn't a big rollout to it, and I feel like he missed the rollout window to it because there was rollout for like the first album, and everybody like around like the Jaden community was, oh yeah, we're hyped for it. This is a new style, and like the hype was up there, but obviously like it dies down. But then he kind of brought it back with like the Misfits dropping their new merch and stuff, and the new Vision Racers which I have both of in my house right now. You know, him dropping that and everything. So it kind of hyped up a little bit, but then it kind of died down to me.
I feel like this should have dropped in June. This should have.
Yeah, it should have dropped either in June. It should have dropped just earlier.
It either should have been June, sometime July, or like super early August, because like he literally dropped it and it was going into September, and it was like, bro, how you gonna talk about some trippy summer and the summer's already over?
And my thing is like, I knew we was getting like a whole new tape. Like I knew that. I knew we was gonna get like 5 or 8 songs. I knew we was gonna get like a whole 16. I didn't think we was gonna get 20.
Yeah.
But I knew we was gonna get at least like 17, 16. But in my whole opinion, I love it. It's definitely like a certain type of vibe for the tape, meaning like you just kind of got to be into that type of, you got to kind of be in the mood to listen to it. And I'm happy that we got it. I don't think it was like necessary for a deluxe, but I'm glad that we have it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I
mean, yeah, like it was like interesting. I mean, it's just he probably just wanted to put out another something else before he put something else.
Yeah,
that's what he wanted to do since he did that, because he didn't really do deluxe like how some niggas are doing deluxe, where like you put it out a few weeks later just to get your streaming up.
You know my opinion about his personas and eras from the last podcast, so it's just, once again, I will briefly say before we move on to like the next music, whatever, but I just don't like the fact, personally, that out of all 3 eras, meaning like Sire, Iris, and Wavy Baby era, this is the Wavy Baby era, I feel like Sire was hella saturated, Iris just came and went, and then Wavy Baby was like hella saturated. There's hella merch for Wavy Baby. There's not a lot of music videos yet, but I think we'll get them. And then there's Vision Racers after Wavy Baby, all that type of stuff. Iris just kind of came and went and stuff. I mean, yeah, he went on tour for at least the first 2, but it just kind of came and went. And I'm like, man, Iris was so good as far as like an era, but we didn't get enough of compared to like Sire and our Wavy Baby, even though, you know, in the Jaden community, there's In Everything Bad For You, or as known as possibly like Iris Part 2, gonna eventually come out maybe within a year, but, you know, I like Wavy Baby, like all 3 eras, so at the end of the day, it's a good tape.
Alright, from there, I guess we're going the next album. We're talking about your Donda right now, that you love.
Oh my gosh, bro. So here's my thing. And I will not want to preach upon this, but I had a conversation with an intellectual about this like 2 weeks ago, and I really want to share this with other people. Here's my thing about Kanye West. I'm gonna get into it right now.
Okay.
And Kanye West says this in an interview, and after watching the interview, because I was ignorant, because I was not aware of like really who he really is as an artist in our generation until I watched a certain interview with him and Big Boy. But with that being said, because of Kanye West as a person in our world and the certain stuff he's done in our past, you can argue like he has been quote unquote like canceled. And I feel like ever since then, people just look about like his personality and what he does, and he's like, oh man, like it's Kanye West, like it's whatever. When realistically, at the end of the day, I still think Kanye West, like, despite his political views, despite him having like an actual medical condition, like by being bipolar, like he still makes great music.
Yeah.
And I feel like people just like bash on that. I mean, don't get me wrong, no artist makes like every artist has a boo-boo song. Like that skippy wop doo wop song he did, obviously that's not a good song.
When it was
But
supposed
bro,
to
everybody
be,
got a
when it was supposed to be a
everybody
better
got a bad
song.
song, bro.
I'm gonna say that one.
Everybody
was
got bad songs.
I'm gonna say
Like
that
Drake's Ratchet Happy Birthday.
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
I'm gonna say that song was supposed to be better. The poopity scoop, whatever that bullshit was, because like Drake actually wrote him a verse for that shit, but then this nigga wanted to say some poopity doop, poopity boopity boop.
And I just feel like a lot of the air about Kanye really comes from social media. Just him bashing him as like a person. I mean, granted, people bash his music, but they go out, they buy Yeezys, they buy this, they buy that, they buy the new little, whatever they call them, little Yeezy type Crocs people wearing nowadays.
I mean, but Kanye's the only artist that can do what he does, where he can say outrageous shit and niggas are still gonna look at his shit. No other artist can really do what he does, because everybody's basically found it acceptable for like the wild shit he does, because everybody knows that's what he's gonna do. That's why he gets away with doing these weird ass stunts and all this weird ass shit, because he's done it in the past.
That's true, but to end my go ahead.
I was gonna say, don't you remember them? I forgot what interview was I watching, and they were talking about that shit. How like Kanye can get away with shit, but other people can't. I forgot what that was.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, but I forgot too.
It might have been that Lil Nas. It might have been that Lil Nas interview, but we're getting to that later. But you can go. Yeah, you can go real quick.
I was gonna say, to end my conclusion between like, I mean, we'll get into probably like Certified Lover Boy next, but between, I just kind of hate the fact that because of the whole Drake and Kanye beef, it just created basically like, you know, a war between like whose side. I mean, you can just enjoy music, bro. Like,
I was gonna say the reason why this happened is because of Kanye. If Kanye doesn't do that stupid shit on his Instagram, it doesn't matter. If he doesn't add Drake and Pusha T, like literally, what Kanye did was just shit to push his album. Because if he doesn't do all these stunts that he's doing, he probably doesn't have the sales that he has, even though his sales are still just. It's just
that's a good perspective.
I'm gonna say, because that's literally what he did. There's no other thing to it, because like literally, if these albums dropped around the same time, we would have not been doing no Drake versus Kanye bullshit. It's because Kanye did all that extra shit. If he doesn't do all that extra shit, then nobody has this thing that where it's at. Even though I think Drake did get the laugh, I do think Drake got the last laugh, because I'm pretty sure that he's the one that told Universal to leak his shit. Like
I remember you telling me that conspiracy. I still believe that.
I'm gonna say the only reason why I say I believe is because he had that that song with Andre 3000, that, you know, the Kanye one, he leaked that shit on his things. That's why I'm like, and I mean Drake is part of Universal too, because you know Universal owns almost every fucking label.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure since Drake Drake is probably the biggest artist that's on there, because the only artist I can think of that would be bigger than him is fucking Jay-Z, but Jay-Z owns all his shit besides his first album. Because they're not giving him that shit because they're still mad about that shit.
Exactly.
Because I forgot the other nigga is, but yeah, I mean, it's just all that shit. It's like stupid shit.
That's all just some BS, and at the end of the day, a lot of people are like, oh, Donda's ass. Here's my thing too, one last thing. Like, I was talking to a certain individual, he was like, oh man, Donda's garbage. I'm like, okay, like, what do you not like about it? He couldn't give me an answer. It's just garbage. It's garbage. I'm like, bro, like, what's wrong with it? Like, what don't you like about it? It's just garbage, bro. Like, no replay value. I'm like, bro, like, you can't even give me like 1 to 5 reasons, like legitimate reasons why you don't like it. And I'm like, bro, like, if you can't back up what you're saying, bro, like, don't don't just bash music like that, or just art in general, bro. Like Jesus.
Yeah, there's a lot of people do that.
I hate people like that.
Yeah, I hate when
Yeah,
people do
man.
shit.
But
Alright.
I believe Don does a good tape, man. It's really good. I think it's powerful for certain people that just like that type of music.
Okay, hey,
And,
I'll give it a full listen one of these days. 27 songs is way too damn much. I'm sorry.
Hey man, Chris Brown dropped a fucking 48 song album like 3 years ago. And
and you-
niggas still listen to that shit, man. I don't want to hear it.
I never listened to that shit at all.
I personally have never listened to it.
That's what I'm saying. You talking about niggas still listen? Ain't nobody listen to that shit. Alright, we're the next album that dropped, because honestly I think Deadass September's been the best month for music all this month. Like all year it's been the best month. Before we get into Certified Lover Boy, we're talking about stuff that's dropping today. I know Giveon, I think he's dropping a song or whatever. And then
Bro, yeah, is that a song or an album?
I think it's a song, because like I saw what it said. It just like he put a thing like on his story and it just like said save to, like it was one of the things you could swipe up and save. So I'm pretty sure it's just a song, and like he had like a little thing on his Instagram where it was like a song playing. So
I'm about to look at it. I think it is a song.
like I'm pretty sure it's just like dead as a song. I know he's dropping tonight. For all y'all that love NBA YoungBoy, he's dropping tonight. I don't really care. I could care less about him. Ratio.
Oh, you're talking about YoungBoy? Oh,
Yeah,
man.
I could care less about him. I've never really been a fan. He's like man to me. He's one of them rappers that little kids like and push too much. But also, I mean, the other person that's doing something tonight, like I said, Westside Boogie, he's finally going to be dropping Float, which I'm happy about. But I guess we're getting the Certified Lover Boy, because I don't remember what else is dropping tonight. Oh yeah, I mean we did say that J. Cole earlier, but we're getting the Certified Lover Boy. So this is a very interesting album, because there's a lot of different sides. Also, side note before that, I was bored yesterday and I happened to click on this video. It was about Drake that was like from like 8 months ago. And the video had me where he was going until he went one place when he was trying to talk about Drake hasn't made any good music. Like it was something like talking about the way Drake hasn't been inspired to make music and other type of shit. When he was talking about like his albums, and like he skipped one project. He talked about every single project but one, and it pissed me off. He did not talk about If You're Reading This It's Too Late, and I'm like, why would you not talk about that shit? Like he talked about literally everything else and did not talk about that. That shit pissed me off. I'm like, bro, how you not gonna talk about arguably one of his, I would say arguably his third best project he ever put out? It was just dumb, because I was like, because like he skipped that and went straight to Views and talked about how Views, and I'm like, bro, you can't just go to Views, you got to talk about it, because If You're Reading This Is Too Late is the last time Drake actually really cared, because it's, I mean, there's problems with it because certain type of stuff that happened with it, but it doesn't really matter. But so let's get into Certified Lover Boy.
Oh man.
So there's a lot of things that you have to say before we even talk about this album, because there are the criticisms really are that I've seen is that Drake is still hung up on the Pusha T and Kanye beef too much on this album. That's what people say. And honestly to that, I would say, honestly think, like I know people still talk about like the Pusha T shit, talking about Drake took a L. I would honestly say, if you look at that shit back now, all this nigga Pusha T said was literally just said that Drake has a son that I'll tell you that if you actually kept up with hip hop, you knew he had a son, because literally who he had a baby with, there was literally like reports way out before this nigga Pusha T even said anything, and it was like saying that Drake might have got this porn star pregnant and they don't know and they're testing all that. So like I always think about that shit, like what if like one day Pusha T has a son or has like a kid and like he's hiding the kid from like everybody, and then somebody comes out and says the same shit he did? Because I'm like, unless you're having your kid just out in the public. And like,
I ain't gonna lie, I still think that's like that was like one of the biggest things that happened that year.
Oh yeah, I mean it was because like the people, like I mean if you look at it back now, I'm just saying, like I'm pretty sure back then the baby was only like what, maybe 5 months, 3 or 5 months old, somewhere around there. It wasn't really like nothing crazy where it would be like where somebody like, why is this celebrity not showing their kid? Or because you know like you're getting tests and shit like that to even seeing how long a test comes about to get shit like that. So I don't know. It was just always, I mean it was just like a thing that he just had more information. That's the only reason why. Because if it was just one of those stupid things, he just had more information. That was it. I don't know. That whole Pusha T thing is always interesting. I mean, because I always thought Pusha T's brother was better than him anyway, but his brother went and left. Because I mean, if you listen to Grindin' and then like even like what happened to that boy, his brother has the better verses in my opinion. And I don't know. I like his brother's voice a little bit better. I don't know. It's interesting. I don't know.
That's fair.
But yeah, I mean that's like one thing people have said about this album because of that. But we're getting to COB now. This is a very interesting album, mainly because
it is.
I tell you, I have a theory. I honestly think the Kanye beef made him change what actually was this album was going to be, and I think him pushing the album back, he pushed back for no reason because literally half of the songs on this, like I think it's more than half on this album, are all songs that were leaked, and he kept them all in here. There's only like, I think the only one he didn't put on here is that song with Roddy Ricch and
Well, yeah, I know they had a song together.
Yeah, that leaked. Like there was like, because I know like people were talking about, like I saw people talking about like, if you actually looked on the internet, you heard Certified Lover Boy before it even dropped. I'm like, yeah, but and like he did change some stuff up. Like I still think the song with Jay-Z should have been the leak. The leak was better than the actual song because I like the leak better. Because I think if he would have kept the leak, that dead ass would have like. It would have probably like blew up. Like what is that one, like Love Me or something or whatever that shit is?
Yeah, love it all or something.
Yeah, something like that with Jay-Z. Cause like the original one that people don't know about the leak unless you actually look the leak. This nigga literally says you should come through and get your back broke. You know how many niggas would have been playing that every single day? This nigga, I think he honestly fumbled the bag because that would have been a single. That probably would have been the number. That most definitely would have been the number one single because you know niggas love shit like that, and it makes no sense why he took that part out because. Like literally that would have just been some shit people would have been saying, putting on TikTok, all this type of shit. He missed out. I don't know why he did that. There's that too. Also one thing is like what's that song called? TSU? Yeah, TSU.
Bro,
I tell you,
I don't like the album version. I like the leaked version, bro.
I mean, it's
much better.
I mean, it's the same shit. The only thing that I like, it's literally the same shit. He just added a different verse. The only thing that I kind of liked better on the leak is just like how the song fades away, and it's like, nah. I kind of like that. I kind of like that fade away thing.
I don't like the beginning, and I don't like the third verse. I'm not saying like it's bad, but I'm like, bro, like this song didn't need that.
Oh, you mean just, what, like the switch, or you just mean like the?
Yeah, like the switch, like the third verse on there where he's rapping and it switched, like that. I don't know, bro.
It was like, alright, yeah.
Cause that's like a club song, bro. You know, that's like a club song. She took on the way, like you in a car, you vibing, bro. You vibing in the club, but you're drinking your hand. You know, you head bobbing, but then the third verse come on. It's like, bro, like.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of like the beat on that, but
it just ruins the vibe, in my opinion.
And then, of course, you know the one that came a hit, "Way Too Sexy." Of course, that with the video, all that.
God.
Even though that shit does bang. I mean, he does have a good ass opening with Champagne Poetry, and you know he samples Mexico, whatever his name is. Forgot exactly how you say his name. Masago. I forgot. Yeah, that one's good. I mean. Of course, Girls Want Girls. I haven't listened to that shit at all. That's the one he's talking about. I haven't listened to it since like it came out. Like I think I only listened to like one other time. It's okay. It's not like nothing crazy. He's like saying, what did he say? He's saying you a lesbian, I'm a lesbian too. It's like one of them ones. It's just one of the ones that like whatever. Fair Trade is good. In Too Deep, I like that shit. And then of course the one that somehow became a staple now, especially since J. Cole literally spit a freestyle on it, is Pipe Down.
I'm surprised he did that.
Yeah, I'm surprised. Now that No Friends in the Industry is decent. 7 a.m. That's a very interesting one that he finally dropped another time and location shit.
Yeah, timestamp. Yeah.
I love the Remorse because that makes me just think about. I relate to that shit. I relate to everything that happens on the Remorse. I fuck with that shit heavily. The song with Cudi on there is decent. Oh shit. Yeah, the shit with Lil Wayne and Rick Ross. Wayne spazzes on that bitch.
Oh yeah, he does. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, damn.
Ain't nothing like a Lil Wayne feature, man.
Yeah, I mean
ain't nothing like that.
The only time I ever see Wayne really come through is when he's on a Drake feature. I'm sorry. Most of the other times he be on it, like he's hit or miss. Bro. He's hit or miss sometimes. He's hit or miss. It depends who the other artist he's with. I still think one of the craziest Young Money features he's ever had is like on Tyga's 500 Degrees. That nigga spazzes on that shit. Like if you've never heard that, listen to that. He spazzes on that shit, like crazy spazzes. Like for like when I tell you like all the like whenever all the people that are under Young Money artists, like when I tell you like a feature he had on there, that's one, like I'll say that's one of his top features like from the Young Money group. Not saying like features of all time, just saying from like Drake, Tyga, Wayne, Nicki, all of them, because he had a crazy ass one on that. Let's see, anything. I mean, I like a lot of the stuff on here. I listen to it whenever it comes on. I listen to it, but it's very interesting because I honestly thought "Laugh Now, Cry Later" was gonna be on this album, mainly because to me that was the song that was promoting the album. Because what happens is, like, last year he talks about the albums coming out such and such, like, in January, and then he tears his ACL like he's an NBA player, and he thought like he needed to take a break or some shit. I don't know what the fuck he thought he was doing, but then he drops "Laugh Now, Cry Later" earlier this year, and I thought that was the single that was gonna go on here, cause like in the art cover of "Certified Lover Boy," I get it now because it is good marketing because you saw all these stupid companies just using his Certified Lover Boy thing.
I was like, oh, yeah, go ahead.
I mean, that was the good marketing thing for that, but I would also say that that cover does not fit anything about Certified Lover Boy. I thought Certified Lover Boy was gonna, like the thing that came out when it was like the roses, the CLB, and then like some 6 type of shit, whatever like the original one was. I forgot exactly what that shit looks like. But like, or like the heart, like, the heart that's like in his hair, like where the fuck does that, why the fuck did he get a heart in his hair if it wasn't gonna be nothing with the album?
I feel that.
Like, there was a lot of promotion for this. That's why I do think that this is just like Scorpion. Like in Scorpion they said there was another album that Drake was gonna drop, but because of the Pusha T beef and all that, he changed it. Like, I honestly think there was another album or something when it comes to Certified Lover Boy.
That's very interesting.
Cause like it just seems like there probably would have been something different. I don't know if this was the official finished one. I mean, there are certain songs you can tell, like the 7 a.m. one, like he literally recorded that week, because whenever like Kanye dropped like his location, he literally recorded that shit then.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's a decent album. I mean, it's not one of his best, but I mean, it's not like his worst. I still do think, because I've talked to my brother about this, and we both like Dark Lane Tapes better. I mean, Dark Lane Tapes actually has like a lot of good ass songs on that shit. Listen to that shit. A lot of good shit.
In my opinion of this whole tape, man, it's kind of tough. Honestly, everybody that knows me, knows me musically, knows I like a certain type of Drake. And this is the certain type of Drake was never just a fan of. I'm more of a new school type Drake. More of I like Drake's versatility versus the old school rapping R&B and type Drake. I'm more like Island Drake or God's Plan type Drake or what's another good Drake? 10 Bands type Drake, or to listen to this, it's just not for me. It is a phenomenal tape though. The production is crazy, of course. Shout out 40. I don't know. This is a good tape. It's just not for me.
I feel that. Yeah, I feel that.
It's just. But I'd like it. I honestly I ain't gonna lie. I don't like Way Too Sexy. I like Future's part, but that's really it.
I'll tell you this. I did not like that song at first, and then I saw everybody overhyping it, and I listened to it again, and I was like, I see it. I see the mean in it, because at the beginning, the mean where he's like, okay. Oh, why that shit right there, wherever exactly he says it, that shit right there became like a TikTok meme. And I understand, I can understand being in a club and that shit comes on. I understand what it is.
I haven't heard a lot of these songs though. Are you gotta listen to it in a club. For instance, when I told you last week. Well, I didn't tell you this, but I was at another bar last week with my mans, and I heard No Friends in the Industry in the club, and that shit was hitting. I'm like, wow, sometimes you just gotta listen to different songs in a different environment. Yeah. So I think that's what I gotta do with this tape. I only listen to it in while I'm at home. I haven't listened to any of these songs working out or in the car. I haven't had the car test.
Yeah, I mean, it bangs. They bang in the car. I'm just saying, Way Too Sexy. The way they compare it is it's our version of Hot Girl Summer, whatever that shit is, or the Hot Girl, whatever that shit was. That.
Yeah, I know exactly.
Yeah, it's literally one of those. That's all it is. I mean, hey, one day, originally I made this on Twitter back in the day, ranking all the Drake's tapes.
Oh Lord.
I mean, I technically have a list right here. 1 through 14, but the only 2 I haven't put anywhere are Dark Lane Tapes and Certified Lover Boy, because I just added those. But
That's fair.
Maybe later on in the podcast, I might move these two around and put them where I would put them, because a lot of this has changed since then. Because I need to move some of this around. But my top 4 has not changed. You want to know what it is?
Sure.
Wait, no, it might have changed. I can't lie, because I like Nothing Was the Same better than Take Care. But the top 4 for right now is Take Care, Nothing Was the Same, If You're Reading This Too Late, and then Comeback Season. Because I still feel like Comeback Season is literally one of his best things ever. If you listen to that shit. Even though I do love So Far Gone, but if you listen to Comeback Season, that shit is nuts. Because that's like that's a hungry ass Drake that we never gonna see again.
What I really like about Certified Lover Boy is like, I like how vulnerable he is on it, which I probably understand the aesthetic of like the heart and a little bit of the merch he's dropped. It's kind of like, especially like hearing like the story like in the song "Fucking Fans" and like hearing champagne poetry and also like the remorse, like sitting down and listening to what he's saying. It's nice to see how vulnerable even someone as big as him can be. You know, a lot of artists I feel nowadays like they're just not that vulnerable, and they just try to do whatever labels tell them to do, or they just do what everybody else is doing. They're not just being their own authentic selves. Drake has always been his authentic self, but it's nice to see him just get like very just like, I don't know, the best word I can use is just vulnerable, just very just passionate, I guess, about like what he's going through, what's been going on with the whole, you know, the beef and the kid.
Oh, yeah.
it's just you know, it's kind of like humbling almost. And it's cool, you know. It's a cool project. I'm surprised it's doing as many numbers as it's doing. I mean, because this is kind of like a slower project.
I mean, the crazy thing is this is one of his lowest numbers in a while.
Yeah,
that's the crazy thing. I mean, it's, even though you look at it, it's like it's only, what was it, like first week was like 600 and something, 600 million, whatever it was, and it was just like that was quote unquote on the lower end, but still, it's still high. I mean, it's gonna get him. What was it? It's probably more likely gonna have 1 million streams by next week, or like 1 million, whatever it is.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
By next week. I mean, it'll be the first like platinum album or this year, whatever it is. However that shit goes, I don't know exactly how that shit go, whatever. But
yeah.
All right, we'll move on. We talked about Drake for long enough because we are pretty deep in the podcast, and we only been talking about 2 topics. All right,
that's crazy.
So the next artist is, in my opinion, he dropped the best album so far. Like at the point of when he dropped it, he dropped the best album of September, and my boy Baby King.
Oh my God.
I might have to buy her OnlyFans. That's all I gotta say.
Oh
she might give her pussy to my mans. Top of the morning.
I'm not gonna lie though, like there's a lot about this project that I do enjoy. There's a lot. I was re-listening today, and I added a couple more songs. I'm like, okay. I see what he doing.
Yeah, I'll talk about this because I'm a big Baby King fan, man. Hey, I'm mad I did not listen to Baby King until like sometime last year, because like if I would have heard his first, like at least like the one that's been out, like the what is that shit called? What is this shit called? It's called Die For My Bitch. If I would have heard that shit in 2019, oh my gosh, my life would have been changed, because that shit is nuts. The thing about Baby King is, in my opinion, he has one of the best ranges for like anybody that's young, for an artist like in all the hip hop, because he can switch up his flows so fucking much. If you want singing, he can do that. Rapping, different type of rap. He can even do the bullshit mumble rapper that people love type of shit. But it's mainly because his voice is very unique and what he can do with his voice, and like that's why I really fuck with Baby King. Like, bro, he he drops like so many like good songs, and like one of the things that he's doing that like I was surprised wasn't on the album is he's putting No Sense on there, which it literally, no pun intended, it made no sense why he didn't put that, because that was literally the single that he dropped along with like he dropped that one earlier than Do Rag Activity. And then one song I'm very surprised he's put on there is Hooligans, when Hooligans like dropped last year. Like sometime way last year, but I think he's doing that for streams. That's probably why. And also he's dropping another new song to add to the album with Brent, whatever. What's cousin's name? Brent, whatever.
Something like that.
Yeah, something with an F. I don't remember. Yeah, Brent, the one singer nigga, him. But yeah,
the one singer nigga.
Yeah, him. That made it. Oh yeah, him and Drake also had a collab, which was fire. But yeah, hey, everything about it, I love this whole album. I love everything about this. The album starts off with trademark USA, and that shit bangs. That shit bangs.
It has its moments for me.
I mean, it has a lot of, the thing about his album is a lot of shit switches, and he switches the flow and all that type of shit. I fuck with that one. Pink Panties, I fuck with it, but Dill's interesting. He don't like songs like that.
I don't like songs like that, bro. I don't. I mean, but I do like his. What I like about him is I like his sound, and his sound has range.
Yeah.
Like you just said, like Issues is a different sound than Scars, and then you got like Vent has a different sound than Trademark USA.
Yeah.
Like, I just like I love artists, bro, with range like that. They like, you don't know what you finna get.
Yeah, hey.
Like when Drake was coming out, we knew what we was finna get.
Not really. I mean now we do. But I was gonna say, I thought you meant like when he was first coming out.
No, I meant like
Boy
was
yeah.
like, we kind of like knew what we was finna get.
Oh yeah. I fuck with Scapegoats. That's decent. Range Brothers is very interesting.
It is very interesting.
It is very interesting. I do fuck with the bars on it, but it is very interesting. Like I saw, like he tweeted out saying that the reason why Kendrick with him, because like Kendrick's been bored of rap, so they're trying new shit out. That's all. So that's why you get and they call it the caveman. Why the fuck y'all? Oh man, what the fuck? I'll be right back.
Well, it's here +4. We're gonna take over real quick.
Hello?
As I was saying.
Hey.
Oh, anyway. Yes, we're gonna take over. Yes, South Africa was pretty decent. What I do not, I don't like do-rag activity from this tape. I just didn't like it. It could have just been, it just could have been better. The outro was pretty good. I would love to see a Trademark USA video. I know he has a video for First Order of Business, do-rag activity, Family Ties. I think a Trademark USA deserves another video for sure. My favorite song off the tape personally is Scars. Scars is amazing. I was listening to it and just how he attacked the song, and a little outro part of it, or at least the bridge part of it, is really good. So I'm like, wow, like that's pretty good too. I don't know what else to talk about. This is me +4 once again on Community Pool. Swimming.
Sorry for the short intermission. Of course, my mom had to call to ask me some shit. You probably heard it. Low key, they probably heard this shit.
I talked the whole time. I have some filler for ya.
Okay, got some filler content. Okay.
Anyway, let's go to one of the last little music topics.
Wait, I wasn't done with Baby King. Damn.
Man, fuck him.
No, I got a few things. Just want to say I fuck with Lost Souls. That shit is hard. I love Gorgeous. There's a lot of shit, but yeah. Oh yeah, the Coco with or whatever with featuring Don Toliver. That shit is fire. Yeah, there's a lot of shit I love on there, but we'll get to the last and the most interesting album of this month, and I would say probably the best marketing ever. Even though the sales didn't do what I thought they were, but I mean it hasn't
been 1 week.
Yeah. I mean, once we'll see the sales is once it gets over, but I have been seeing the stuff about the sales, but I mean, it's kind of, but for a first album that he actually did do like crazy, like good numbers for a first album.
Oh man, he is,
and who we are talking about is Lil Nas X. He dropped Montero, and you know, that's his real name, and he dropped that. Now, the promotion for this was very crazy, because I mean, he put out a whole bunch of snippets throughout like the whole year, and then he started doing this promotion with him having a baby, and like, because like the reason why is because, like I said, Lil Nas X, he was a troll originally, and he just blew up, and so he knows how to troll people, and like he basically doesn't give a fuck about what anybody thinks of him. That's why I really like that shit. And another thing is like the people that try and say something just because they can't listen to it because they're like, oh, he's gay, you can't listen to it. It's like, bro, we're in 2020 and you should be okay with your sexuality by now. If you can't just listen to another rapper just rap about shit. Literally for years, all niggas have rapped about is literally fucking bitches and all this type of shit.
Thank you, bro. Oh my god, you spoke it.
Yeah.
Thank you, bro.
That's what I'm saying. That's all people have been talking about for years. And then you have somebody that's gay and comes out and he's rapping even though he's a pop singer or whatever. I don't know exactly what Lil Nas is. He puts himself in the pop field. I think he does that on purpose. That's why he put him in the pop field, just on purpose. It's because he's kind of like The Weeknd. because he's in that stage where yes, he does rap, but he also sings more too. It's one of those things where whatever. But yeah, he's on the beat, spazzing and making good music. Like I said, Lil Nas X has not made a bad song. Like there's so many rappers that have made bad songs. He literally did it the right way, where
He's not made a bad song.
Yeah, he hasn't. And it's like, bro, he literally did it the right way, where like he started Old Town Road, and like originally that shit was just like he did that shit because like he saw, like he wanted to try that shit, and he saw somebody do that shit, and it blew up. And like the thing was, it was still blowing up, but then he did the remix with Billy Ray Cyrus, and then like because some people were trying to talk about, like he even addresses that on the album, saying like he didn't need a feature, and because people were trying to say that, but then it's like. He was always good. He dropped Panini. He dropped the
Oh God, I remember when Panini came out.
Yeah, that shit was nuts.
Oh yeah.
He dropped Holiday. There's something else I'm forgetting in there between too, but yeah, I'm gonna say he kept dropping songs. It wasn't like I was like, bro, he was doing that shit right, cause like he was just dropping hella single.
I'm waiting. Call me in the morning.
Yeah.
I'll be on the way.
Now,
hey, my so cold.
Yeah, hey, Call Me by Your Name is very interesting because you saw how that shit blew up because you got people that are I guess have faith in God or Christianity, all that type of shit, and just because he was twerking on the devil and all that type of shit.
I don't even care about that, bro. The song is cold.
Yeah, the song is cold. The video is interesting, and then of course Industry Baby I didn't think he was gonna top Call You by My Name video, but Industry Baby, he topped that shit with him dancing naked, and then
that shit was funny, bro.
Hey, that shit was funny, hey. And then
Racks say, hey.
Yeah, and then he topped that one with his next video what was this? Yeah, with That's What I Want.
That's what I want. Hey, bro, his videos are fire, bro.
Yeah.
All 8 of them.
Yeah,
just plain.
he knows what he's doing when it comes to his music video. But then that one where it literally has him kiss another guy, and yes, they get down, they're just piping up. Yeah.
Yeah, that nigga was fucking. I was like, oh my God, this is good content, bro.
Hey, but that's a good ass song. I can't lie. It is. I don't care if he's talking. What you said? What?
I was gonna say, bro, this album. Have you ever just listened to an album where that should just make you happy? That's what this album is.
Oh yeah, I love everything about that shit. Like
it's just happy, bro.
It's like, bro, because it's like I'm like, bro, I'm okay my sexuality, so I can listen to him singing about another nigga. I mean, I've listened to Frank for years. People listen for Frank for years, talk about niggas. I'm
saying, bro. Half these people in the industry are just gay, bro. That's okay, bro. Like,
yeah, hey, let's talk about the song we both were anticipating. Scoop.
Oh my God, bro. I've been waiting on Scoop since he dyed his hair red, bro.
Yeah, hey, when he first posted that shit, I was like, oh shit.
I was like, ooh.
I was like, yo, he was like, yo, I've been working on my body. Have you ever seen a nigga hit for Lottie? I was like, bro, when I heard that shit, I was like, oh shit. I didn't even care what he says when I'm talking about your gun. What do you say when I'm talking about your gun? I'm asking where your dick at.
Why ain't asking where your dick at?
Yeah. That shit is nuts. Yeah, it's just, hey, I've re-listened to it a lot, and the Doja Cat verse isn't that bad.
It's not, bro. It's not that bad. It's just that one part.
Yeah,
yes.
Yeah.
I was like, but it's low key not that bad.
Bro. Yeah, it's not that bad. Like, yeah, you listen again, like it still bangs. I'm like, okay, it's not that damn bad right now.
Yeah, bro.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have a long podcast today. We're still on music, and the hour's about to be over.
Bro, just break it up. Anyway.
I mean, no, it can be one. I don't care. We can keep long. I don't give a fuck. But
all right, cool. Yeah, but everything's just phenomenal. Like,
I've really just cause I've been waiting for this album, and I know how people are about shit, but it's cause I was listening to Dante, and Dante really said that shit right, cause I was on this. Oh my fucking gosh.
All right, as he makes his little interruption, bro, this album is just so great. One of my favorite songs on here is probably number 8, Lost in, how you pronounce this? Citadel? I don't know. Lost in the Citadel. I'm about to look that shit. I don't know pronounce. I don't want to sound stupid on here. Lost in the but anyway, yeah, that's my favorite song on there, bro. It's just so cold, bro. It's amazing. Sun Goes Down is cold. $sign Slime is cold, bro. Like him talking shit on there, bro. It's like, I love projects like this where
I'm back.
Oh man, I just get so excited. My bad, I've been talking the whole time. But man, this is just so, I will say this again. I understand that there are artists on here that just do like one thing and they're just really good at it, and that's okay. But I just love versatile artists, bro.
Oh yeah,
And this is one of them, bro.
oh yeah,
Because you like, there's some shit in here you can rage to, you can vibe to, and you can just like relax to, bro. When Sun Goes Down and Void, and then you got some shit like you can rage to, like on Scoop. And like maybe even Industry Baby, bro. I would love to see him live, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Hey, he'd be nuts
I don't
live.
care.
Yeah, he would be.
I will, when he goes on tour, bro. I will be the first nigga to buy tickets, bro. I don't care who in line. I don't care if you trans, gay, whatever the hell you identify with. We gonna be in that bitch raging, bro.
Yeah, that shit gonna be nuts.
Working on my body, you know that shit.
I low-key want to go to a Giveon concert, but then I'm like, bro, I gotta go with a bitch for that.
You know he coming to Detroit.
Yeah, I know, I saw that. I don't know, but all right, we'll end off the music. So the music so far has been really good. So like, this is like a strong start to end of the year. We had so much come out in September. We'll see what else comes out. There's quote unquote things saying Utopia from Travis Scott's gonna come out, but I don't think he's dropping it this year.
I promise you that's not gonna come out.
It's not coming out. Oh, did you hear that fucking leak song that he like performed at like a Lollapalooza? Like that song?
No.
That shit is nuts. Like on his Instagram, it's like escape plan. That shit is nuts. I fuck with that shit.
You probably gotta send it to me. I haven't heard it.
I have to send it to you. Like I don't know why he hasn't dropped this song yet, but like he performed it there, and like it leaked like months ago. But then like he finally put a video like randomly on his Instagram of him listening to that shit, of him playing that shit. It looked like it was going to be the music video for it, but I don't know why he hasn't dropped it yet. But just know that shit is nuts. I need him to drop some music, even though Travis is very interesting the way he is, because I mean he caters first. I mean, it's not really that he caters. It's more that became his audience.
I have a close friend of mine who's a big Trav fan, and his somewhat conspiracy he brought to me was like, oh, maybe he'll drop like maybe around later this fall, because he's supposed to go on tour with like the whole Astroworld Fest and stuff like that. So a lot of artists drop before tour, and I'm like, bro, I don't think so, because with Astroworld he had a humongous rollout for that. So I think like if he were to drop, like I think his tour I think it starts in November. If I'm correct me if I'm wrong, whoever's listening. But let's just say if it starts in November, his rollout will be like now.
Yeah,
so it's like I don't think he would.
I think what's gonna happen is he's just gonna drop like a single, like I told you that Escape Plan. He needs to drop that. He's gonna drop a few singles while he's on tour. The album's not coming out till next year. I'd be surprised if it does, but we'll see.
I don't think he needs to drop this year.
Yeah, I mean he doesn't.
Shit.
Even though even though Astro was 2 years ago though.
That is true, but we can wait another year.
Yeah. Or was it 3? Did it come out 2018 or 2019?
Oh.
It might have came out 2018.
I don't remember. I should know.
Yeah, it came out 2018. You know why? Because 2019 was Jack Boys.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, not Jack Boys. No. What's 2019? What's that album that has not Jack Boys. What is that shit? Let me see. I'll find the shit right now. It's the one the cactus shit. What is that cactus shit?
Oh, the Cactus Jack. No, wait.
No. Where's this shit at?
Man, that was 2018.
Yeah.
Damn, it's been 3 years.
Yeah.
Bro, time be flying. I thought this shit, bro. This shit is old, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Because like the shit he dropped in 2019 was the shit that had Highest in the Room on, and there was a song with Pop Smoke, and this the song that has Don Toliver, What You Want. I forgot what that shit's called. Yeah, Jack Boys. I was right. Yeah, Jack Boys. Yeah, that's what he dropped in 2019. Yeah, it was just that little EP. But yeah, Astro was a 20. So I mean, like I said, for Utopia to come out now, it's not like it's too soon. I mean, he could wait another year and drop it next year, but I could see it dropping in December if he does drop it, but I think it's going to be next year. But all right, we've been on music for way too damn long. I think music was like 50 fucking minutes.
That's okay.
Or 40. All right, the last few topics we'll see. We got video game. We're talking about video games right now because a lot has happened since the last podcast. So I'll get into some shit. So first thing I'll talk about is originally I had a podcast on here with Lawrence about Pokemon Diamond and Pearl and Legends Arceus. Nintendo finally dropped fucking trailers for once because, you know, they never drop shit. And they finally dropped one. And I mean, I still don't like the chubby. That shit is still ass, but I do fuck with some of the stuff, the new designs and all that. The game's gonna be fun. I'm buying both of the games. I mean, both Diamond and Pearl. I fuck with those heavily. They're my favorite Pokemon generation, even though I wish they made Platinum over those two, just saying, because Platinum's a better game. Hopefully they follow Platinum and keep a lot of shit from Platinum. We'll see how it goes. The game drops in November, I think, so there's that. Danganronpa is coming on the Switch, which I'm happy about. I've been pre-ordered that shit. Doki Doki Literature, they keep pushing that bullshit back, because I bought the physical one that comes with the exclusive shit, and it's supposed to quote unquote come out in October, but watch that shit get pushed back again. Those are some of the little side notes for the Switch and all that. Just know Legend Arceus did look okay. I know some people still saw problems with it, but the game looks like it should be pretty decent, but we'll see how it is. Depending on how long the game is, we'll see how long I play it, because when it comes to RPGs, it depends how I am with RPGs. It depends on the game, but there's that.
Yeah.
We'll get into some games on Platinum real quick before I get into like the two big ass, because there's two big ass topics that like they're two PlayStation exclusives. They're two PlayStation exclusives that we need to talk about, but we'll wait till then.
Oh Lord.
Yeah. So I finally Platinum Shadow of the Tomb Raider. I've had this game since 2018 when it came out.
Woo! Hell yeah, brother.
Yeah. I finally platinumed it. And the only reason why I platinumed it is because I played it on the PS5, and on the PS5 it's in 4K, 60 frames per second, all that shit. And also I finally it took me times to do it because there was a lot of moments I got stuck on. It wasn't really I got stuck on, it was more RNG bullshit. Because I tell you, when playing on the hardest mode on Shadow of the Tomb Raider, they did some of the dumbest shit I've ever seen in any game, where you only can save. There's only one spot that has a checkpoint, which it makes sense why it would have a checkpoint, because it would have been a very irritating spot if they didn't have a checkpoint. But there's no checkpoints, and I mean, most of the time in hard mode they get rid of checkpoints because that makes sense. But the one thing they don't do is get rid of like places you can save. But in Shadow of the Tomb Raider, the only place you can save on the hardest mode is fire camps, and that shit is very annoying because the fire camps are super spread out from like each mission, and each mission might only have one fire camp in it anyway. So like, and like so much RNG can happen. And I finally just made it and got through it like a few weeks ago. It was some bullshit that happened. I beat Final Fantasy VII Remake. Finally beat it. I do have to play the Yuffie DLC. I haven't started it yet because I beat the game and I just wanted to chill. The game was amazing. Should have been Game of the Year. Last of Us Part 2 did not deserve Game of the Year when that game was so much better. So much better. I'm not even capping. That shit was so much better. I enjoyed that game way more. Like so much more. Like literally everything about that game was amazing. The story, the animation, the graphics, everything looked good. It was so good. I really enjoyed it. I can't wait for Part 2 to come out whenever it does. I can't wait to play the Yuffie DLC too. I finally started playing Genshin Impact again like a few days ago. That shit's funny because literally the new character they got that's 5-star. The first pull I do in the first time in months, I literally got the new character. That shit was funny. I was like, wow, that's them trying to make me play this game again. That's why. Anything else have I been doing? There's little games. I don't think there's really much else. What about you, May? You can talk about before we get to some of the exclusives that PlayStation announced and some of the stuff. If you got any games you've been playing besides Call of Duty, I'm just playing.
Oh, you're funny. No. See, here's my thing. I'm a big Far Cry fan, and Far Cry 6 comes October 6th.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if I want to get it or just wait till I get a PS5.
Hey, that game looks nuts.
And that's and like I'm a big Far Cry fan. I've been playing. I played Far Cry 4, 5, and New Dawn. Big Far Cry fan, and it's like. I love Far Cry 5 and New Dawn. 4 was okay. I know Far Cry 3 in the video game world, it was humongous. Like it was like a game changer back then, and people were Google Gaga for it. But I was not aware of that back then. But I'm trying to decide if I want to do that to myself. Because if I get that game, bro, that's all I would do. Yeah. Like I wouldn't play nothing else.
I mean, hey, the game looks crazy. I've seen people play the game and it looks nuts. I'm thinking of picking it up.
You know, we're gonna have to play.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I should wait till I just get a PS5. I just don't know.
I mean, hey, technically at certain Best Buys, they had PS5 and Xbox Ones in stock today. That's what I saw like on Twitter. At certain ones, they were lining up for that shit. And when I'm
not gonna lie. Oh, I was just gonna say, I told you what I'm gonna do. I'm either going to wait until God of War Ragnarok, whatever the fuck it's called, God of War 5. That's what I'm gonna call it. Or I'm gonna wait till a PS5 Slim, bro, because that shit too fucking big.
Slim ain't coming out no time in the near future.
Bro, next year, bro, 2023, bro, PS5 Slim. I'm calling it.
You must be thinking this is 2014 when the regular PS4 came out, and then 3 years later they dropped the Pro.
That's gonna happen, bro.
We're in a whole different climate right now, bro.
COVID basically over, bro.
Not really. I mean, Koga literally. I mean, even though I don't think Koga's really the real reason, I think this was gonna happen anyway. But there's a chip shortage and everything, and I don't think
that is true.
The system came out last year. Its first full year is this year. If a Slim comes out, it ain't coming out till like close to the end of the 2020s.
Oh, should I really?
That's what I'm saying. There's no point in really waiting on a Slim when they can't. Like, it would be different because I was comparing like the PS5 to the PS4 launch and all that. How like at first you had that fall, they were hard to get, but this one is different because they don't have the parts really to make it. It would be different like if this was in stores and all that. Then you could be like, yeah, the Slim's coming out soon. But that's why I'm like, bro, they can't even stock up stores with these bitches. What do you think a Slim coming out when? That's the only thing. That's the only thing. Man. But yeah, Far Cry looks nuts. Like, I've seen people play it and it looks really crazy. And then like a game I think that's coming out soon. Oh yeah, I saw people play Deathloop or whatever that is. That looks interesting. I almost got it yesterday. I was thinking about it, but then I was like, I'm probably not gonna play this shit anyway, so I didn't get it. But I know there's that Kenya game or whatever that drops. I think it drops soon because a whole bunch of YouTubers that got that shit early are playing that shit. So I'm thinking that game drops this, whatever that PlayStation exclusive is, with that one girl that's in a world with all these creatures and shit. I don't know. It's like I don't remember exactly what it is. But all right, we're getting to some of the big announcements that happened with Sony. So first is we're getting a Wolverine game, which is about to be nuts. Like nuts. Like Wolverine.
That should be good.
That's gonna be crazy good. Wolverine in the Spider-Man in the Insomniac Games style with the same way with Spider-Man and all that. That shit's gonna be so crazy. That's why I'm like, at this point, like I don't really care for like the console battles. It's just like Xbox, I don't think's ever gonna step up and have crazy shit ever again. Cause I'm sorry, just because you put out a new Halo and maybe a new Gears of War, that's never, and even you're putting out Fable, whatever Fable that is, that's never gonna like compare to all these exclusives that Sony keeps putting out. Or even has in development and all that. So you have that Spider-Man 2 that's gonna have Miles in it and Peter Parker, plus Venom as maybe the main big villain, or basically is gonna be the big villain. That is nuts. That's very nuts. So you have those, which is like those are coming out I think 2023 or something like that. Those are gonna be nuts. Of course, since then, 2 games have been pushed back. I guess the 2 most anticipated titles that are coming out next year, along with like Breath of the Wild 2, of course, for Nintendo people, are God of War, Ragnarok, and Horizon Forbidden West. We're talking about Horizon Forbidden West first. So this game looks nuts. Even though you had weird people, you had like when this game first got a trailer, you had these weird ass people trying to like make Aloy like have makeup and all this real shit, and this dude's talking about this is how I like my girls or something. It was the weirdest shit ever. It was like, bro, nobody. It was the stupidest shit ever. How they try to like you remember seeing that shit?
I think so, yeah.
And like they had her all maked up and caked up, and I'm like, bro, real people don't look like this. You want one of these fake ass people? But yeah, the game looks crazy. Like. The thing, I'll tell you, when we get into God of War, I'll tell you what people are saying about when they compare, because there's a comparison with these two that people have been doing with God of War, but the game looks amazing. Bro, I lost my shit when we can ride on raptors. I was like, oh shit, raptors! Hey, that shit is nuts. And they gave us like hella new like animals that are robot animals that are in the world. She has more combat. The combat looks nuts. The game did get pushed back. It was supposed to come out this year, but they pushed it back to February, which is okay. I'd rather have a game get pushed back than you get a game like Cyberpunk that's not ready at all. But yeah, it looks so good. Like, bro, I'm so excited for this game. I loved the first game. It was one like I originally got the game like for $10 at GameStop because it was like one of the PlayStation sale things that they always do in the summer. Played that shit. I loved it. I'm probably never going to go back and platinum it. I should go back and platinum it, especially because the game is at 4K and 60 frames per second on the PS5 now. I should do that. I might do that and try and platinum the game before the second one comes out. But you got anything to say about it?
About Horizon Zero West?
Yeah, Forbidden West, yeah.
I have honestly, I know what that is, but I haven't seen any gameplay of it.
You haven't? Oh, okay, big dog. You about to do that shit now?
I'm honestly like looking that up now.
Yeah, you gonna do that shit now? Hey, you gonna do it? But okay, we're getting to the one. So God of War Ragnarok finally got a trailer, and it's coming. Did they give a release date, or did they just say it was coming out next year?
They said next year.
Okay,
realistically, man, that's gonna come like
summer.
Shit. Yeah. I say a whole nother year.
I mean, they said it's coming out next. I think it's gonna come out summer next year.
I think it's gonna come out like next fall.
Next fall, probably. Yeah.
Yeah, bro. It's God of War, bro. They gotta take their time.
Yeah. The trailer looks crazy. I mean, they kind of listened to what people complained about the first game they did, because they added more enemy variety. Because in God of War 4, they didn't really have that crazy enemy variety, and now this one does. So, Atreus is older. You have Boulder, big as a bitch now.
In my opinion, as a God of War fan who's played all the God of Wars at least 2 or 3 times, all like 7 games. In this particular, what they showed us something new, which is cool. As far as gameplay and like as far as moves, nothing was new to my eyes. But I know there was controversy. I'm like, oh, there's nothing new. But I think they're still in development. So that's why we haven't really seen nothing.
I know like people were trying to say like the jump in between this and Horizon, somehow how Forbidden West has all new, and I'm like, the difference is Horizon Zero Dawn was made early on the PlayStation 4. Like early on the PlayStation, whereas like God of War 4 was literally made at the end, close to the end of the PS4 cycle, and it's like the game still looked crazy good. It's like people saying like I mean, like when it comes to like stuff looking better, there's not really much else they can do to like change it to make it look visually more pleasing besides just putting it at 60 frames and like making the 4K a little bit better, like doing the graphics a little bit better. But I mean, it's gonna look about the same. I mean, they're gonna reuse assets because I mean it's a sequel. It would be different if this was like them going to like Egypt, because then it would look different. It's just like the world and stuff's gonna look the same. It's gonna look better a little bit. It's gonna run better and look a little bit better on the PS5. It's just, I know like people were complaining about like the boat shit, and I'm like, bro, who cares? It's a fucking boat. I don't care if it's
personally, as a humongous fan, I'm not gonna get like too excited. I don't normally get excited to stuff to like an actual date.
Oh yeah.
That's why when Uncharted 4 got pushed, I was kind of sorry. It got pushed twice. I was like, damn, come on, bro. Like 2 times. But realistically, just knowing just how PlayStation, like their studio people normally do stuff, I expected to get it like a year from like today.
Oh yeah.
Or even November. So
I mean, I think when the second trailer drops sometime next year, then that's when people are going to see a difference. Because, I mean, it's the first trailer, and we actually got to see shit. I mean, we even got to see Thor for a little bit, and, like, we even did get the visual of Thor. And a lot of people have been sucking Marvel's dick way too much that they think Thor actually looks like that. Like, bro, that's not how Thor actually looks. Like, they're using, like, an actual real Thor.
Yeah, like a Scandinavian.
Yeah, and literally in the first game, they literally talk about how Thor is a fat drunk, and what is it? He's fat. That's what he's supposed to look like. It's just Marvel made Thor the way they are because that's how Marvel is. Everybody in Marvel is super buff.
It's because of fucking Disney, bro. That's why.
I mean, in the comics, I mean Thor looked like that too. Even though there's like way too many different Thors in the fucking comics or whatever, but. Yeah, it's just because people been looking at Marvel way too damn long that they didn't realize, like, oh, this is what people actually look like. But yeah, that's video game. We're in good hands right now for video games. I mean, there's probably stuff. There is that one Japanese game that's coming out that's like this PlayStation exclusive that's focused on like all the crazy Japanese legends and shit like that. And that game looks pretty dope too. I forgot what it's called, but I'm probably gonna play that whenever that drops because it looks pretty interesting. But
I haven't seen it.
I have to send you a trailer. I forgot what it's called, but it looks pretty decent. Besides that, I don't know what all is dropping the rest of this year. Besides the
that's what I'm saying. Ever since COVID, things have been kind of slow, so I'm not really pressed. Like personally, I'm not that pressed of getting a PS5 still.
I feel that.
Like I said, I would only get it if I don't have one by the time God of War comes out. I will get one for sure then.
No, yeah.
But I'm not in any motive. Like I don't need one right now. Like there's nothing for me to play. Like seriously.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of where I'm at. But at the same time, I mean the reason why because I mean, sometimes I don't have time to play the games, so I mean that's why I play mine every once in a while. I mean, I played it yesterday.
Yeah, but yeah, I found myself like within the past like year. I mean, yeah, you could argue COVID, but man, like I do music so much where like I barely play the game, and like
Yeah.
even when I play with Direct Deposit, shout out Direct Deposit, we only do Call of Duty. It's not like I'm playing like anything story mode or anything hardcore. Like it's either zombies or all multiplayer, something like easy and quick. It's nothing like strenuous. So
No,
like with
yeah.
that being said, yeah, so
All
I
right.
barely find myself doing stuff.
So we're at an hour and 20. We've been talking for a while, so
Yeah.
we got 3 last topics that we can talk about if you want. We got +4 music, women.
Oh man.
We could talk about how mental health and all that's been. Mental health check-in, that'll be the ending.
Plus-
So, do you want to talk about women, or do you want to talk about +4 music?
We'll get to some +4 music. This is actually like a pretty good announcement.
Okay.
So as people know who I am, it's me +4.
If you're still here.
Anyway, this is actually like pretty big news. I didn't want to start off with this, but for the past X amount of months, I've actually been like working on an album.
Oh.
And we got a name and we got some songs. It's going to be called "It's Me, Ivy."
Okay.
We are looking at like next spring, next summer, because of just how the tape is. For those of you that are fans of like Party Girl and or Vanish, it's a little different vibe from that. The whole concept behind the album is just me just being vulnerable. So it's kind of like it's me, Ivy. You know, it's me being just vulnerable with certain stories, certain emotions. For those of you that know me personally or follow me, I did take a poll on Instagram probably like 4 months ago about like how many songs. I'm looking at like 16.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So this ain't no EP. This ain't no like this is not a joke.
Okay. Hey, shots fired. Hey, at Drip Man,
yeah.
you're finally dropping music. Okay.
We
Can't
looking
wait.
at 16. I might do 17, but I'm gonna for sure do 16. I don't think this will happen, but I know because this is what I want. But it's gonna be just like no features, just all me.
Okay.
So, all me, all new music. Everything that you heard right now that you know of me is not on the album. So like for instance, like Vanish, Party Girl, 25. None of that's going on there. It's all like some snippets that you heard from me via Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter may go on there, but everything that's completely out now is not going on there. I'm in the process of still like putting things together. So right now, I think I'm gonna drop some. My goal before the end of 2021 is, 2021 is to give people a couple of songs to see where I'm at, but that I'm not gonna go out the album or on the album. So that's the goal. I'm still thinking about like a small EP, maybe 4 or 5 songs of just songs that I got that's just not like album worthy, but they still like good songs. So I'm probably gonna make an EP, put it on there, and get that out just to give y'all something. Just kind of like the Drake and his dark demo tapes, just something to have.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
All right. Hey.
So that's the goal, man.
Hey, about time. New +4 music. Hey, exciting news. Hey, might have to promote that all over, saying new +4 music coming soon.
Oh, for sure, man. It's I appreciate, for those of you that listen, I appreciate all the help. I do get quite a bit of help. I'm in the process of, like I said, like really just getting things down, learning some things on my own, and it's gonna be like my actual like debut. For those of you who've been with me for a long time, you know that in 2017 I dropped some on SoundCloud, and it was kind of very like experimental. But from then, like we have grown a lot since then. the type of music you'll hear on this particular project. It's more like it's a little poppy. It's just versatility. That's the best thing I can say. You hear some pop, you hear some rap, you hear some chill stuff. You might hear some rage stuff. You might hear some stuff. It's a lot of everything because I love versatility. I listen to a lot of different types of music, so therefore, a lot of artists that I listen to, I get influenced by, and I try to do it myself in my own little way. So it's me, Ivy, 2022, early 2022, as they'll say in the video game world. There will be updates. There'll definitely be snippets. I'm in the process of honestly mentally prepping myself for a rollout early next year. So also in the process of making certain songs becoming videos. I have a friend of mine who's trying to shoot a Party Girl music video, just to shoot it. I'm that's a process, but yes, bro. +4 music. It's me, Ivy. 16 to 17 songs, no features. 2022 early.
It's about goddamn time.
Oh man.
Yeah, so hey, that's good news. Hey, that's good news. About time. +4 music. So
Sure.
we'll get into. It's getting close. It's about to be 1:30. I ain't trying to go past that. So I'm gonna probably wrap this up about now, but we're gonna get into mental health check and other type of stuff because I want to talk about some stuff about, especially the podcast and where I see it going this year. So.
Oh yeah, man.
We get into this last podcast where it's going. We'll see how long it goes. So for the podcast, honestly, if I could, what I honestly want the podcast to be is either me and +4 in direct deposit, always on here, and then we have a guest come on. That would be. Yeah. That's what ideally I would want the podcast to be, especially going forward this season. And at least 1 or 2 episodes in person would be nice too, but we'll see. Maybe that might happen maybe in December when school's over, because it'll be easier to do that.
That's fair.
So that's where I wanted to go, but we'll see. I mean, now that it is, we'll see if it still goes at least twice a month. I mean, I'm still probably going to drop at least twice a month 2 podcasts like I was doing. So we'll try that. We'll see. I'm not giving no guarantees. Who knows when the next one will drop after this, but we'll see. I mean, hopefully this podcast doesn't cause no controversy. I mean, there's probably some people listening through the grapevine right now, just spreading information. But I mean, there was no information in this podcast. Like I said, I ain't about to let nothing crazy.
Man, you know who you are.
We're spreading peace and positivity this time, because we don't need. Let me not even get into stuff, because I'll say something I don't need to say right now.
Yeah, bro. I'll say some shit. You know me.
I'll get it there. I'll get into something I don't need to say, and I ain't trying to have this podcast. I ain't trying to have the podcast be like that no more. We ain't talking shit no more.
I never talk shit to begin with.
Yeah, facts. I mean, you didn't. It all started because of podcast 7. It hasn't been the same since podcast 7. Who knows what's gonna happen this podcast 7? Season 2, baby. We back bigger and better.
Bigger and better, baby.
Yeah, bigger, better, and wetter. Hey, yeah, I mean, we'll see how season 2 goes. Of course, we're going to be having, since it's season 2, I don't know why I didn't say it at the beginning of the video. I probably will cut this and put this at the beginning of the video, but since it's season 2, we had to start it off with danganronpa 2. Hey, because season 1 had the gameplay of that, so season 2 is about to have the gameplay of that game. Hey, even though watch it go all the way, season 2 is going to have to be a long ass season, because I have a lot of danganronpa 2 gameplay. So season 2, I'll dead ass say season 2 is going to be 20 episodes. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah. I'm coming with it this year. Yeah. 20 episodes. We're gonna have a lot to talk about each week. We'll see though.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, hey, I'm glad that this is out. First one in October. We're back. We're back and better.
Baby.
Yes. Hey, we're gonna. We'll see. This one's posted at the beginning of the month. Like you guys are probably, whenever you see it's posted. The next one will come out probably towards the end of the month, because that's how I want to do it. Separate them like that. We'll see how the podcasts do. I mean, they're always just like a chill thing for people just to listen to us just ramble about random stuff. Like I said, we're gonna try and We're gonna try and just like organize it better. Like I said, no drama. Even though you guys don't know about drama, it was like behind the scenes type of random bullshit. Just because it was like people, they just can't let people talk about anything. But
Hey man, episode 2, man. We started off with women.
yeah, women. There's a lot we can talk about when it comes to women.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot. Trust me, I have a lot too.
Yeah, man.
I have a lot. I have somebody right now that's sent a message that I could talk about.
You know who I'm gonna talk about.
Oh yeah, we do. Yeah, we know. But but yeah, the community pool is closing. Jerry, I see you over there. You better get out. I see you over there. Let me think. What's the new name? I see you over there, Tammy. You better get out. I see you over there, Rachel. You better get out.
Hey, don't talk about Rachel.
It's a different
It's
Rachel.
like, no, I'm playing. Let me stop.
You better stop till she actually listens. If she actually watches this.
Anyway, for those of you that are out there, it is I+4, man. October is the month of mental health awareness. Please do something to better yourself mentally, man. Go outside, exercise, vent to a friend, therapist, do 10 jumping jacks, listen to some music, go for a walk, man. Do something to better your mental health, because during these times, man, October is Mental Health Awareness Month. I know that for a fact. So, you know, as a part of Community Splash and Community Pool and +4 TTV, we want the best for you, for the audience itself. So if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please, man, like, subscribe, comment below.
Oh yes, all of that. Hey, if you made this far, thank you for watching. Season 2 of the community pool is we're back. I'm so happy. I've been waiting for this for months. Hey, trust me, I wanted to do this months ago. I was gonna make solo podcasts, but hey, October's better than ever. But yeah, hey, we're out. The pool is closing. We're open up again sometime by the end of this month, you know, even though it is starting to get chilly. It was cold today, but hey, we're still in the pool because it's the community pool. Your lifeguard on duty community's out. Thank you for joining us today, +4. He might be back again. We'll see how the season goes, but you will see him again. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And
yeah.
And maybe, and we will be talking about women, and maybe direct deposit DD will join us.
Oh, we're gonna talk about women.
Yeah, he can come in later. But all right, we're out. Community pool's closed. Your lifeguard on duty's leaving community. We're out now. Bye.